بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الحمد لله حمدا كثيرا طيبا مباركا فيه، حمدا يليق بجلال وجهه وعظيم سلطانه، وأصلي وأسلم على المبعوث رحمة للعالمين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أما بعد، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. This is the book of tajweed rules by Sister Karima. This the first part. Allahumma lakal hamd. Inshallah ta'ala, we will start. Yeah. Yes, I start, and if you want to record for yourself, you can ask that. Yeah. Inshallah ta'ala, we will start from the beginning. Inshallah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Salatu wassalam ala Sayyid al-Mursaleen. I don't know, subhanallah al-azim. There is at the bottom of the room, you will find the button of the record. When you push on this button, you will ask me, and I will allow, inshallah, to you to record. Okay. Okay. From the beginning, you know, we receive Quran from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make al-Malak Jibril, Sayyidina Jibril alayhi salam, give it. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam received it from Sayyidina Jibril alayhi salam, and Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam teach Quran and read Quran to Sahaba, and some of them received Quran and memorized Quran and start to spread Quran and teach others how to read Quran. Every one of them teach groups, and some of them, this reciter called Asim received Quran from Sahabi Abu Abdurrahman al-Sulami, and also teach it to his student Hafs. And we read already in the way this reciter who was called Hafs an Asim. That means we received this way from him, and from this reciter, every reciter come follow his way in reading, which he received from Asim, and Asim from Abu Abdurrahman, and Abu Rahman from one of this from Sahaba, Sayyidina Ali or Sayyidina Abdullah ibn Mas'ud. They are all taken from Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and Rasulullah received it from Sayyidina Jibreel alayhi salam, and all of them, this reading come from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is the Sister Karima received her the name of the reciter come at the end of the list. This is Sister Karima, and she received Quran from Sister reciter Rehab, and reciter Rehab received her way from Dr. Ayman Rushdie, Sheikh Ayman, and etc. Every one of them take from the previous reciter until they come to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is called the ways some reciter received Quran. Okay. And now we will start with the first chapter, inshallah ta'ala, the introduction to tajweed of Quran. When we start reading Quran, we have to know that we always start with isti'adha and basmala. Isti'adha is a definition. Mean when we say isti'adha, all of us know that we mean a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. This sentence is called isti'adha, and also basmala means bismillahir rahmanir rahim. So this definition, الاستعاذة, brief definition, الاستعاذة and the basmala means أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. The meaning of الاستعاذة is asking for refuge from Allah to protect us from shaitan. When we read Quran, when we come to read Quran, we have to say أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. When we say that means we seeking the protection and refuge with Allah from Satan before starting to read. The evidence for doing that is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Quran said at Surah Al-Nahl, فإذا قرأت القرآن فاستعذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. That means when you come to read Quran, seek refuge with Allah from the rejected Satan. So this ayah teach us to start reading with alaykum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. To start reading with أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم, and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam did that as a sunnah. Okay. So if the reader is reciting silently or alone, he should seek refuge silently. Okay. And if one is about to pray, we read Quran when we come to pray. So we need to start with isti'adha, seeking refuge also silently. And if one is reading aloud, as we are in this class, and others are present that will hear the recitation, the seeking of refuge is done out loud. This is the cases to make isti'adha. When should I make it silently, and when I should make it in loud voice? If the reading is done by turns as in the classroom, as a class of recitation. But in this case, everyone will read after each other the same surah. Maybe the first reader seeks refuge out loud, and the rest do it silently. Take care. This is the cases. So when you start reading Quran in class recitation, the first sister should start loud in loud voice and take and all of them, all of us to allow all of us to hear her, okay, and to say isti'adha in a loud voice. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم, to take attention of them. And next one, the second one, and extra, they have to start isti'adha silently. You may find me leave sisters say isti'adha in a loud voice, even the second or third or any turn. That because I need to listen to correct it if there is any mistake in this. But if I know all of them will read it correctly, I'll make the first one only read it in loud voice, and after that every sister will read it silently. But I leave them to hear them and correct it if there is any mistake in these words. Okay. If the reading is cut off by coughing, sneezing, or by talk referring to the readings or meaning of the verses, then there is no need for repeating the seeking of refuge. That means when I read Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, and I need to cough suddenly, okay, during the recitation, I can resume reading without need to make isti'adha again. Okay, that because this stop is accidentally, not I don't stop with my okay, I don't choose to stop, but I stop suddenly and without I need that, without to need that. Okay. And but if the reading is cut off by work, maybe I go to open the door, or my daughter come and talk to me, and I stop reading to answer her, okay, or I maybe drink something. That means I choose to stop, you know. So in this case, I need to repeat seeking refuge, repeat isti'adha before beginning to read again. Okay, this is the cases to handle how to make isti'adha when I need it, how to make it silent or loud with loud voice, or in what cases I need to say isti'adha during reading. Okay. And al-basmala, that to say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. It's necessary to read it before the beginning of every surah of the Quran. If you open the Mus'haf, you will find every surah, every new surah start with Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Only Surah Al-Fatiha, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, is a one ayah from Surah Al-Fatiha, is an ayah from Surah Al-Fatiha at the start, and and in Surah Al-Naml also, it's also an ayah inside Surah Al-Naml, except that we will find Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim start at we will find it at the beginning of any surah, but it's not an ayah from any another surah. So Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, we should start with it in the beginning of every surah, but it's only one verse from Surah Al-Fatiha, the first verse from Surah Al-Fatiha. And now I'll see to you. Take care here. You will find Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim followed by number. That means it's a verse from Surah Al-Fatiha. So one ayah. And at any another surah, you will find it already at the beginning, but has not the number. That means we start with it, but it's an ayah from Surah Al-Fatiha only. Okay. Yes. So it's necessary to read it before the beginning of every surah of the Quran, with the exception of Surah At-Tawbah, which is also called Bara'ah. That means you will find also every surah of Quran start with Bismillah. See, Surah Al-Baqarah start with Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Surah Al Imran start with Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim also. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. This Al Imran, and also this Surah An-Nisa. Every surah, if you open your Mus'haf, you will find every surah start with Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, except Surah At-Tawbah. You will find it without Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Only this surah from the whole Quran. That because, you know, the meaning of Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim carry all the peace and merciful from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you know. And this surah, as she, as you know, and she said in her book, the reason for not saying Basmala at the beginning of this surah is generally agreed to be due to the content of this surah, which orders the Muslim to fight the non-believers. So it's not match. I can't match the peace with war. And how I say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, which carry peace and merciful, and after that ask Muslim to fight kuffar. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prevented at the beginning of Surah At-Tawbah, because the meaning of this surah. When beginning to read Quran with this surah, we shouldn't say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, but not at the beginning of the surah. It's at the beginning of the surah. The reader then has the choice of saying the Basmala or not. That maybe when I come to read from ayah maybe 15 from this surah, maybe I last time stop here. I read this surah and stop here, maybe, and close my mushaf and go and come to read again. When I come to read from here, I have a choice to start with basmala or not. Okay, that's what she said. And now, until now, is there anything not clear? We have some cases to get isti'adha with basmala at the beginning of the surah. When I come to read, I'll say, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. That's right. And start surah. So I have some ways to make this. 4 ways to make this. We will Bismillah. Here. When I come to read this surah, okay, when I come to read this surah, I have to start with أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. And you know, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم, we don't find it written in Mus'haf, but we make it as sunnah, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ask us, order us to do that in the Quran, as He said subhanahu wa ta'ala, فإذا قرأت القرآن فاستعذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. So isti'aza, we don't find it written in Mus'haf, but we make it, we say it at the beginning of recitation. So I have 4 ways to start reading. First way is to join isti'adha with basmala with the beginning of surah, like أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألف لام را. I continue from isti'adha to the beginning of the surah. This is the first way. The second way is to join isti'adha with basmala and stop and read the beginning of surah with itself, like أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألف لام را. This is the second way. The third way is to separate between them, read every one of them with itself. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألف لام را. Okay. The fourth way is to read isti'adha with itself and join between Bismillah, al-Basmala, and the beginning of surah, like أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألف لام را. Okay, is that clear? These are the 4th way to make isti'adha with basmala with the beginning of surah. The first one is قطع الجميع, cutting all of them for each other. The first is أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد. The second one is وصل الجميع, is to join all 3 with each other, joining them. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد. Okay. And third way is وصل البسملة بالسورة and الاستعاذة with itself. Okay, joining basmala with the beginning of the surah, like أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد. And the last one is to join استعاذة with basmala and separate the beginning of the surah, like أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد. So this was the fourth way to join استعاذة with basmala. Okay, is that clear? Is there and any kind, any way you choose, it's correct, inshallah ta'ala. And you know, most of us use the way to separate every one of them. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد. But you know, any kind you can you choose, it's correct, inshallah ta'ala. Second part, inshallah ta'ala, is how to handle al-basmala between two surah. You know, I said to you, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. I said to you, when we come to read Quran like this, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We'll start with Surah هنا. Al-Falaq. Surah Al-Falaq, you know, when I come to read Surah Al-Falaq and I continue and read Surah Al-Nas after it, okay, what can I do? I need to end Surah Al-Falaq and start with Basmala and start with the beginning of Surah. Also, I have three things. The end of the previous Surah here, and al-basmala, and the beginning of the first next surah. How can I do it? We have three ways, and the fourth one is not allowed. Okay, now we will see. First way is to also continue all of them, like ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الفلق. Again. ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الفلق. That means I continue. I join the end of previous surah to basmala to the beginning of the next surah. This is the first way. Second way is to separate every one of them from each other. ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الفلق. This is the second way. The third way is to end and stop here and join basmala to the beginning of the next surah. ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الناس. The fourth way is not allowed because we mustn't. It's wrong to end the surah and read basmala and stop, because Basmala Basmala is made to be at the first of any surah, not at the end. I can say it's wrong to say ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الناس. Some sisters, one sister, they one day make this mistake and end the surah and join it to basmala and stop. This way is not allowed to be read with. Okay, to read with. Sorry. So we have 3 ways to read basmala with the end of the previous surah and the beginning of the next surah. Separate all of them like Subhanallah al-Azim. They come with this example. Okay. ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الناس, and take care about some things. When I need to stop on any part of this, I have to take care about the rule which comes when I make the last letter with sukun. Here, when I stop here, I find dal will be with sukun, and I need to make qalqala, hasad. Here, when I stop here, I'll find the meme becomes with sukun, and the letter before it is ya, and I'll make al-madd al-arid, ar-rahim. And here, when I stop on this word, nas, sin will be with sukun, and the letter before it is mad, and also I'll make mad al-arid, bi rabbin nas. So in the case I'll separate all of them, I have to take care about the rules comes with stop. Okay, and also when I come to read, I need to see also the rules. When I come to join all of them together, also I have to take care about the rules will comes, okay, with this joining. So the second way is to join all of them. ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد. We don't take care not to make it with sukun. حسد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ. I give every letter its vowel because I join the words. حسد باسم الرحيم قل. Okay. The third one is to وصل البسملة بأول السورة, is to join البسملة with the beginning of the next surah and separate the last surah. Like ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الناس. And the fourth one, الوجه الذي لا يجوز is not allowed, is to join the last of the previous surah with basmala and stop. That is not allowed. Okay, is that clear, sisters? Is there anything not understood? You don't understand it? Alhamdulillah. Amalak alhamd. Okay. Okay, now we will turn to the levels of the reading of Quran. Allahumma lakal hamd. Barakallahu feekum. The levels of reading Quran, the first level is at-tahqiq, called in Arabic at-tahqiq. Alaykum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah, habibati. Barakallahu feeki. You're welcome. Barakallahu feeki. And alhamdulillah ta'ala, that you are back again. Allahumma lakal hamd. And yes, and I miss you too. Barakallahu feek. Allahumma lakal hamd. Barakallahu feek, habibati. Jazakallahu khairan. Okay, the three levels of reading Quran. First one is the tahqiq. What's the meaning of the tahqiq? It's reading the Quran slowly and with certainty while pondering the meaning and observing the tajweed rules. You know, when we come to, you may know, when we say listen to Shaykh al-Husari in Mushaf al-Muallim, okay, because Shaykh al-Husari used this way, this level. He read Quran very slowly, and this slow way allowed to the who listened to him to catch the words, to catch the rules, and also to think in the meaning, you know. And the second way is al-hadr. It's a swift method of reading Quran with observation of the rules of tajweed. And at-tadwir is to read at the level between at-tahqiq and al-hadr, between slow and fast. And that also in all of these levels, we have to take care about the tajweed rules. We will make here to practice the ways, these levels. You know, the first level yes, alhamdulillah, barakallahu feekum, habibati. The first way is a tahqiq, is to read very slowly and everything is clear. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Qul a'udhu bi Rabbin Nas, Malikin Nas, Ilahin Nas. This is the way of tahqiq, very slowly, okay, to help. We use it in the class in the classes to learn, to teach the learner and to teach the reciter who want to read and recite Quran and learn Quran, to give him the a chance to listen carefully and listen and take care about every letter, every rule, how you read these words, okay. And al-hadar is the first way. You may find the reciters in Mecca, in Kaaba, read with this way because they use al-hadar, like Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Qul a'udhu bi Rabbin Nas. Qul a'udhu bi Rabbin Nas. Malikin Nas. إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس. Listen, this is a faster. This is faster than the first way. And the second way, which is tajweed, it's between this fast way and the other one is slow way. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس. Okay, and we have to take care. You may use the second and three way with yourself when you try to memorize Quran or read a big part of Quran, you know. But in classes and in the situation of teaching or learning, we have to use at-tahqiq, the slowly way. Okay, to allow to the if the reader is a teacher, to allow to the student to listen carefully to the words, how you read it, to help them to make as you. And if you are a student, to help teacher to take care about what you recite, to take care about any mistakes and to help you to correct it. Okay. And we have to take care about something at any way of this three level. We have to take care and obtain all tajweed rules. All tajweed rules. That not mean that I read in first way to ignore the tajweed rules. That's false to think that. But every what happened is to you know, the relation when I said the slow time. So the slow time is the slow way. I have long time, and also I have when I make mad. Okay, this mad will be suitable to this time. And when I read in fast way, when I come to make mad, also this mad, I'll make mad, but the mad will be suitable to this time. So here, when I stop in this word in the way tahqiq and the way al-hadr, I'll say قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس. Listen to the duration between the words and in the words and between ayat. I think it's free and a long duration. But in the way al-hadr, I'll make also mad, but it will be suitable to the time and duration I use. قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس. Okay, I make mad, but it's suitable to the duration I use. Is that clear? Is this part clear? The ways, the levels of reading Quran, three levels: التحقيق, very slowly, al-hadr, fast, and the tadweer between them. And the important thing is to allow, is to make all tajweed rules in every kind, in every level. Don't say this level is fast, I needn't to make rules. No, this is wrong. I have to make rules even I read in slow way or fast way. Okay, sisters. Alhamdulillah. And inshallah ta'ala, we will You want to stop here, or we can complete this part to reach to the next chapter. All of this is a theory part, the definitions of tajweed, what the meaning of tajweed, you know. Okay. Here, tajweed means beautify, to beautify something. Alhamdulillah, Allahumma lak alhamd. Yes, at tajweed, there are some principles. So any science has some principle. We have to say to know it before going to study this science or art. Okay. Okay, now, or you have some minutes. Okay. Okay, Habbat, you will find inshallah the record have this part inshallah. Barakallahu feek. وإياك حبيبتي بارك الله فيك. The principles of tajweed. First, the definition. Yes, inshallah, I put a link of recordings in the group, inshallah ta'ala. You will find it, inshallah. Okay. The definition, by linguistic definition, betterment to beautify something. Yes, okay. And in tajweed, that means to articulating every letter from its articulation point and giving it the letter its rights and due use of characteristics. Okay, what does that mean? When I come to, I have letters and words. I have letters and words also. Okay. In Quran, we have letters, individual letters, and also words tied together. So, tajweed teach us how to pronounce letters as a separate letters, as individual letters. The letters in case itself, the site of this letter, the articulation point of this letter, and the characteristic of this letter. When I come to say noon, I need to know the site of this letter and how to pronounce this letter, the duration of this letter, and what's the characteristic of this letter. When I say an, okay, Allahumma lak alhamd, I know now the site of this letter is from the tip of my tongue with the origin of my upper teeth. N, okay, from in the hard palate, upper hard palate, okay. And also I listen to noon, and there is some kind of sound come from nose with this letter, and this letter, its voice run some duration, and this is the way to collect the characteristic of this letter. So tajweed show me and teach me the site of the letter and how to pronounce it separately. And when this letter come beside another word or another letter, what's the relation comes from this joining. Okay, when I said min ni'mah, I find letter noon, this letter joined to this one, and I merge this one into this one, and I find this come with shadda, and I make ghunna min ni'mah. So the letter noon in the case of separately with itself, it has it has rights, and when it comes beside another letter also, it has rights. Okay, another rights. So tajweed teach us how to read the letter and what's the rights of every letter in the case with itself or with another letters, and the relations comes between these letters when they come beside each other. Okay. Its formation. موضوع القرآن عما يتكلم. What Quran took about. One minute, please. Assalamu alaikum. The words of the glorious Quran, and some said honorable hadith. So this art, this science, al-tajweed, talk about Quran, the words of Quran. Okay, and what's the useful of this? What's the what can I get when I learn this art? Is to reserving the tongue from mistakes in pronunciation of glorious Quran, okay, during reading, to protect us from falling mistake in Quran. It's precedence. It's one of the most honored of science and one of the best of them due to its relation to Allah. It's words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So you can think how the honor we obtain, Allahumma lakal hamd, when we learn this and discussing this science, and also because of relation to Allah. Its place within the science, it's one of the Islamic law science that are related to the glorious Quran. Who put this sign? Who find it, or who put this sign? Practical point, the way to read Quran, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam received it from Sayyidina Jibreel, from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so teach it to as-Sahaba, and we receive it from them. But the rules, these rules which we teach, which we learn, there are some scholars, Allahumma lakal hamd, when they when they find the some language, when the Islam go to another countries, and some foreign language persons with foreign languages comes and become Muslims and come to read Quran and make lahn, and they make mistakes in Quran before the language. So they put these rules to protect the Quran from mistakes. Okay. Its precept is to read the Quran with tajweed. It's fard. Fard, you know what the meaning of fard is? You must do. You must read Quran with tajweed. But tajweed rules itself, if some persons, some Muslims learn these rules, okay, fard kifaya means some of the Muslim community must know it, and its application is fard ayn. So when I come to read Quran, I have to read with tajweed rules, even I don't know that this is tajweed rules. When I say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, you already learn that when you stop on the word Ar-Rahim, you have to say this in this way, Ar-Rahim, without knowing that it's called Madd Arid Lis-Sukun. You know the difference? So to read Quran with tajweed, it's fard ayn, yani required from every Muslim. And if you don't do that, you will obtain sin, okay, or it's not allowed to read Quran without rules. But to know these rules called mad, these rules called idgham, these rules called even any rule, you don't need to know if some Muslims learn that and teach also that. But you know, every one of them try to learn these rules to help them, to help us to read Quran in a proper way. The theory of this, or the rules of this of tajweed, help us to read Quran, to practice Quran correctly. And also, it's also again an honor. Every one of them need to obtain it. Okay. So this is the principles of tajweed, and the last part of this class, inshallah ta'ala, what's the meaning of the lahn, mistakes in Quran. هو الخطأ والميل عن الصواب عند القراءة. It's defined as a mistake and deviation from correctness when reading. We have two kinds of these mistakes. First one is lahn jali, obvious and clear mistake. Everyone can know it. When you turn, some sisters say wala dhalin, you listen to that, sure. So here, sister, turn dad to dha, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us Quran, Surah Al-Fatiha or any surah, ad-dad is not da. This word with da, not with da, with da. So this sister make lahn. So makes lahn mistake, and you need to correct it, okay, to read Quran probably. And may say إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. نعبد, you know, Adel has Dhamma, and some sisters may prolong the duration of Dhamma and turn it to Waw, and this is increase in the book of Allah. We increase letter, and this is also mistake. We have to avoid it. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. And also some sisters may make double letter, turn it to one. She come to say ولا الضالين, lean. She turn lam with shadda to only lam with kasra. So she decreased one letter from the book of Allah, and this is also a mistake. This is examples to some mistakes. Like here, she said, who changed Dhamma to Fatha and Fatha to Kasra. Some sisters say, الذين أنعمت عليهم. أنعمت اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت. This is mistake. أنعمت means me who give. I don't give anyone anything. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us. أنعمت. So she turned Fatha to Dhamma and turn meaning also. You know. Yesterday some sister read with me and say this word. This word Asira. Al-asir means hard, painful, you know. This means, and she read it in this way. Asira. She turns sin to sad. You know what the meaning of this word? This word means juice. You know, you may be surprised because change of one letter change the meaning completely, and this is big mistake. Asi, she makes sin with tafkhim, you know, only tafkhim. She changed sin from tarqiq to tafkhim, so sin turned to sad, so the meaning completely changed from hard to juice, and this is mistake. So this part is very important to learn tajweed, rules, to read Quran in a probably way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants from us to read. This is the examples some sisters do when they read Quran, or any reciter, not only sisters, maybe children, may anyone. Maybe, you know, I know because your language is difficult from you, but you need to train to not to say ayn like not to say a'udhu, okay, and also not to say al-ha like like bihim, it's bihim, not to change any letter to another one, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say this word in these letters. So you mustn't change any letter Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala choose it. The first one is the lahn al-jali, that everyone listen to this and take care. Anyone listen and take care that ta, you turn it to dal, badn, not button, okay? And the dhalin, not the dhalin. Anyone know the letters of Arabic and know Arabic can know that you make mistake in this part when you change the letters or also change the vowels and or the duration of the letters, you know. And the second one, لحن الخفي, obscured and hidden mistakes. Okay, it's mistakes that take place in the pronunciation. You know, like when we say when we will learn, inshallah, tajweed rules, you will know that when any letter of mad come followed by hamza, okay, we have to make mad here. لا إله إلا الله, الألف followed by hamza, so I make مد منفصل, مد منفصل. Well, some sisters come to say لا إله إلا الله, she didn't make mad. This is لحن, but you know, not everyone will know she made mistake, even the person who learned tajweed. So it's called hidden because not everyone can notice it, even the person who learned tajweed. Okay. So she said, every kind of this lahn, you will avoid it when you learn tajweed rules. And this is the examples for these mistakes. Inshallah ta'ala. Alhamdulillah, in this way, we end the first chapter. And inshallah ta'ala, we will take the articulation points inshallah next class. Bismillah ta'ala. Is there anything not clear, or is there anything you want to ask about? Yes. اللهم لك الحمد. Okay. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. We can وإياكم يا رب. Yes, you can start. You can ask حبيبتي.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaykum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Okay. You know, when there is some ayahs you are reciting at the end of the ha, or there is a wow, tiny wow letter to make it who example. I don't know where to example it. Just give me a second. I will be looking in the Quran, inshallah. What is the name of that mud? I just want to know. Is like okay, example like الذي جمع ماله وعدده. This is the end of the ayah, but sometimes this happens in the middle of the words. I mean, in the ayah, and it says, okay.
I'll give it. I'll make it, inshallah.
Example, yeah. يحسب أن ماله أخلده. So this one is a wavy mud. It is more prolonged than the other one. Yeah.
This kind, yeah.
Yes. So what is the name of that mud?
Okay. Its name is Mad Sila كبرى.
Okay.
What this meaning? When I find الها, this ها pronoun ها الضمير, okay, this ها may connect to a name, a noun, or verb, okay. This ها connected to verb, عددة verb, okay, and الها connected to this ها refer to the subject, you know. عددة هو ها who count, عددة means count, okay. Who counts this money? The person. This الها refer to the person who count the money. And here يحسب أن ماله. Who? What this ها refer to the person which surah talk about, okay? Talk about him.
Yes.
So this ها, we called it pronoun ها, it connect to even noun or verb. This is verb and this is noun, okay?
Yes.
Okay, when it connect to any one of them and it has a vowel like dhamma here, okay?
Yeah.
And when we find it, the letter before it with vowel also, and the letter after it with vowel, you will find the hamza in the letter after it with vowel, okay? And the letter before it with vowel. So this ha, when it comes between two letters with vowel, we increase, okay, its duration. What its duration here? Its duration is dhamma. That's right?
Yeah.
So sorry, its vowel is dhamma.
Yeah.
How to increase its duration is to add wow after ha, to increase the duration of dhamma with another dhamma to be wow. Here you will find small wow on the line.
Yeah.
Okay, that means now this word ends with what? With ha or with wow?
I don't know.
Wow. When we add wow, now the word end with wow, not with ha. I don't say ما له ما لها أخلده, but now the new word is ما له, okay.
Okay.
And الواو, when it followed by hamza, we make مد, like مد المنفصل. So we called it مد صلة كبرى. That because it seems as المد المنفصل, and we read it with 4 counts. أنما له أخلده.
Yes.
Okay, and you will find it here also. Let's take care. Here there is small wow. That's right.
Yeah.
That because الها come between الدال مفتوحة and الكاف مفتوحة when we continue.
Yeah.
But there is no mad like this. That because the letter after it is not hamza. Only you make this mad when this letter followed by hamza. It will be like مد المنفصل. I hope you understand me.
Yeah, I understand. So in this case, when I want to join this ayah with the next ayah, يحسب أن ماله أخلده كلا.
Yes, mashallah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
right. Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
But it's just
And also this عدده يحسب, also this.
Yeah.
You know, there are some another surah you will find maybe I'll try to find one. Bismillah. Take care here. You see this? You see this?
Yes, the same. Okay, with the ya as well. Yeah.
Yeah. That because we add ya, not wow. That because here الها with kasra. So when الها comes with kasra, we add ya. When it comes with dhamma, we add wow, like here.
Okay.
According to its vowel.
Okay.
And the condition is to be between two letters with vowel. This one and this one. Okay. But only when it comes, it followed with hamza, we will make mad. Okay.
Okay. So if it is having a like kasra because of the haraka change, it is still called mad sila kubra?
لا صغرى, small.
So that if it is kasra, then it is called surah.
Without mad, we called it mad because we pronounce it with 4 counts. Kubra.
Yeah.
Big one. And we called it صغرى because we only read ya 2 counts. به جمع.
Okay.
بربه لكنود وإنه على. Okay.
Yeah, I understand.
Yes, is that clear?
I understand its condition.
Alhamdulillah.
Jazakallah khair, sister, for making clear to me. Really, thank you so much.
Sister Adama, does it apply only to the ha? Yes. This it's a rule, a complete rule of tajweed called ha, pronoun ha. مد الصلة, it's a chapter in tajweed, yeah. مد الصلة صغرى and kubra, inshallah ta'ala, only with ha when it comes after verb or preposition or noun. Here you will find it after preposition, bihi, not verb, you know. إنه, it's a preposition. Okay. Okay, Sister Adama, it's only with her. Not all her, but only her, pronoun her, which
Alhamdulillah, I think I understand, but just to recap quickly. So if you have the ha with haraka and then of course followed by the hamza, yes, like in al-humaza, because of the hamza, you'll just give it like a sort of muntasil or munfasil, 4 counts.
Munfasil,
is that what you were saying?
Like al-munfasil. This
yes, 4 counts, yeah?
4, yes, 4 counts, yes.
Okay,
yes.
Because of the hamza, all right.
Yes.
Okay, but in the example you just gave, you would give it just normal.
Yes,
you give it 2 counts.
Only wow.
Okay, alhamdulillah.
Yeah. Yes, sisters.
Very good question. Alhamdulillah. May Allah reward you, Sister Dalia, and the sister as well. Alhamdulillah. See, there's wonderful, there's blessings in Jama'ah. Alhamdulillah.
Allahumma lak alhamd. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Okay. Is there any another question? I mean, yeah. Yes, sisters. Okay. بارك الله فيكم. اللهم لك الحمد. أحسن الله إليكم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الحمد لله حمدا كثيرا طيبا مباركا فيه، حمدا يليق بجلال وجهه وعظيم سلطانه، وأصلي وأسلم على المبعوث رحمة للعالمين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك، أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت، أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.